Okay, so I am live now. Great. I think I'm going to do a video before I get all of this, so I don't have you waiting. Like I said, similar story than yesterday. Bad news overnight. Stock gapping down. Let me show you here. So far, Broadcom fell near 6%. Yeah, before the market opened. So let me check. Let me give you the data here. Screen. So we go to companies, main news. Same story that yesterday. AI sparks worries, right? We look for the key news on the last 24 hours. Main page, front page. This is 7 hours ago, 19 hours ago, 11 hours ago, 7 hours ago. Okay, UK economy contracts. Okay, 3 months, expectedly in 3 months to October. India, France sealed treaty to re-ramp, giving Paris dividend relief. This is 19 hours ago, 21 hours ago, so nothing. Okay, this is the same one. In companies, US companies are looking for a market moving news. AI, OpenAI, GPT-5, Lukoil. Okay, this is interesting. Investors say Elon Musk, SpaceX, trading the bot will be the craziest IPO ever. Yeah, it's good commercial. We'll see when we get there. Buffett to set hand Berkshire button to a bell. Lily's 22 hours, 1 hour ago. Okay, this was the news yesterday, but there is an update. NVIDIA is considering more H200 chips, right? So that's interesting. More chips to China. Let's go to the market equity indexes and let's see how we're doing overnight. And here we have flat, but Mexico is doing very well. And Bovespa, well, S&P and Nasdaq down, like little down. The Nasdaq minus 0.5, S&P flat. This is because of the news. In Europe, we have a flattish day. Only France is a little positive, and Sweden and Asia had a negative day. So the momentum from the S&P 500 YM Russell from last night did not transfer to Asia. Europe is flat, and then now with the news on the tech sector gapping down, key stock, Broadcom, the indexes are down. Similar story than yesterday. Let's review market internals and the daily routine. We know the calendar, but let's open it. It was an easy day, Friday. Remember, easy day, right? The Chinese and Japanese indexes that were down, they're not anymore. They tick up, you see, with the close of yesterday, remember, right? And Europe, UK, and the US still about flat, nothing trading aggressively to the upside. It is true that the S&P 500 yesterday went above, right? We can see here the chart. The previous day, or just right there, let's say double top. Overnight, it took, no, it didn't take previous day low, right? And we still have, now we are 0.75 in the month. So good. Getting healthier. It was not a super strong day, but yeah, it's better than a negative one. Correct? And this is a little more interesting. 2 days in a row with new highs above 400. You see this mark here, 400. This is already important. So we had 2 days, even though yesterday, remember, yesterday was a nasty day in the morning, right? Nasdaq improving, but not as strong as they were in September, right? But improving. The lack of negative pressure, it's important. So this is why I say, hey, bears are not in control. They cannot be in control because, okay, they could be, but I say, hey, they are not in control because there's no more new lows that there is highs, right? So if the stocks are not coming down, there is not new lows. How can we say that the bears are in control for the entire month of December? Look at the data. I mean, not a single day down, more lows than highs, right? So that says it all. Volatility 16, similar to yesterday. I added these three values so we can see if these are positive, we should be okay. If it's above 20, we should start worrying somehow. Around 16, they need to make a better thesis. Gold pushed over 60. Let's see if it's able to hold year to date. And crude is almost 18 negative year to date. So we have 30 minutes to market internals to the market open. So let's see where we can get. Similar data. And let's see key movies from the last few days. What do we have? For the last week, here, oil, -3, that's relevant. Russell, hey, 2.5. And that came from 2 days, right? Nikkei is selling a little bit. Remember, as of the close of yesterday. Gold trading higher. Silver just flying. It is flying. In the last 5 trading days, it is at 7%, 8%. And Nvidia with some down pressure. Down pressure. Remember, today is Friday, right? So whatever you have made in today's session, whatever you have made, just, I mean, in this week, last week, just don't lose it, right? Chill. We are almost at the middle of the month, and don't lose it. Today is a day to watch the markets. Yesterday we had, let's go to the chart and give you my thoughts right with this. I changed the layout of the key stocks of the S&P 500. So now we have, it is weighted by market cap. So I can show you here. So if we go home, we open the NQ. And over here, so you can see. So we open the NQ by market cap, right? First is Nvidia, Apple, Google. Yeah, Google twice, but that's how it goes. Microsoft, uh, Amazon, Broadcom, Meta, Tesla, Palantir, Netflix. So I changed the order here to match market cap. Let me minimize this. Oops. I did the same in this. Remember, like I look for neutral, 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 and so on. That I compared that to the market internal position, and that they helped me. They had helped me, especially I will highlight now from yesterday's price action. Let's go to the 3 time frames. Open the euro to the dollar first, and look, we have 3 days in a row gapping up, and I don't want that, but that's what we have, right? So this trend line, let me fix it. Let's go there. And now this one is not, it's a 0 value, but let me keep it here, right? This is very steep trend line, but hey, yeah, whoever has the weaker currency, the easiest, right? So far I was thinking, oh, maybe we close the year around 1.15, but it seems 120 is now near the range, right? That's the euro. Bitcoin is back to 92. Remember, we had the risk reward ratio 2 to 1 inside of this box. Now it's inside of this. This is the risk. This is inside of this box. We don't do anything. And then let's see if we trade higher. Crude is finally getting close 55. Let's see if we get here. I want this one. So duplicate, and let's move this to this value. And this is the yearly low. I think it's the yearly low. Let's say low. Let's see if we get there before the end of the year. Yes, and this is what I mean, that it's not so easy to trade. So the thesis is long, everything is thinking long. Now we close at the high, burst back, and you see how much the retracement on ES was? Very much nothing. Then we go to the NQ, and we are in the middle of the day range from yesterday. We go back to YM, and the retracement was nothing, right? And we go to the Russell, and the retracement, okay, is a little more severe. 2 key points here, and this is highlighting the trades from a few days ago. Russell, we mentioned this was a buy opportunity within trade, and it pretty much did it. The 2 to 1 risk reward ratio, it did it in one trading day. We were here yesterday thinking, hey, if we decided this box, it makes sense. Well, why do we want to give the low of the previous day? We have the low of the overnight. If we're wrong, this is the risk reward we can take. 3 to 1 risk reward ratio. Sorry, 2 to 1 risk reward ratio and complete, right? Good job. Good, easy trading. Similar story. YM. YM. Still did not reach, but hey, this is the area. We said, let's go use the overnight low for the stop. This is the risk we want to take. And then we have twice the risk here, right? For a profit target is not there yet. If you want to be strict, you hold it and you don't leave a stop loss. You don't move the stop loss. If you want to take something, move the stop loss here. The retracement has been very, very mild. Look. The retracement has been very, very mild. Look, we're going to open higher than yesterday. While NQ is 0.34 down. Why it's so complex? Because it's volatile. So we gap down, we traded, and then flash down. If you were around this area, who was there? You would have been taking out. And now today you have the opportunity to say, hey, this is bullish. Let's go again. Let's try again. Let's try to capture this because most likely, if there is no selling pressure, where do we go? I mean, I posted the picture yesterday. If there is no selling pressure here, where do we go? Let me do the NDX. So it's clean. The chart is clean. I don't need this. Remove. We are about there, right? We are about there. To the highs. Oh, sorry, NDX. It's NDX. Here. We are out here to the highs. Let me remove this. Duplicate. Move it here. Okay. It is true that so far it is looking like this, right? So we could have head, no, so shoulder, shoulder, head, and the other shoulder, and then we could see. But it's too early to tell. I'm not in the predicting game. 20 minutes to the open. So far, so good. If you were not focused on the NQ that had a major retracement overnight, where probably 50% of this move was taken, right? You will be better off. Like here in the S&P. Now we're going to about close in this trend line. And if we close above this trend line, where do you think we're going? Let me remove this. So the options here are take the overnight high and push, right? The other option is don't even try. Okay, that's more aggressive one. Try the overnight high and go down, right? And the third option, I'm going to put it in blue. It's don't even test and go to support. What is support? 65, 68.50, right? To then later try to load to the upside if bears don't gain control here or no news or something happen. Let me take a picture of this. And I know it's not very clear, but send this to Discord. Opening Discord here in today scenarios. Yeah, in the scenarios for today, I have every single scenario pushing higher and going. Right, let me show you. So I have pushing higher to overnight high and then go right for a Friday rally. That can happen. Friday rally overnight. Woo, go. Phew, that's it. In yellow, try find resistance and came back, come back, come back. Right. And the other one is not even try to go to overnight high, get the sellers in control because yesterday a major gap down, today another major stock gap down. So far, what can I say about yesterday's price action? And let me put it here for you. Let me put it here for you. Market profile on the ES. So we have this price action yesterday. We open here, right? This was the gap overnight. Important gap. Let me do it in white. We open here. It went to almost the overnight low. Almost. I thought in the webinar or in the stream last night, I said yesterday. I said, "Hey, we're going to take it. We are going to take overnight low, and then we'll see if we turn around or not." I was so clear around this area that say, "Hey, like this is so mechanical. Why? YM is flying higher, Russell is flying higher, and this is not able to trade higher." So we went right here, and then we close near previous day high. It got rejected with a gap. It cleared all the stops here overnight, right? In this stop area overnight. And now we can go test overnight high and go, right? Or the other one, let me fix it too. Not go here and come back, right? The going down directly, I would say this is one, this is two, and let me go three. The opening here and go sell, take the overnight low and take yesterday's low overnight, previous day low overnight. Yeah, it's the sellers, the market internal has to be really, really in control and really negative. Market internal has to be really negative. I'm not 100% sure. If we go to the ES, we have a similar story, but with a very strong caveat. Here, the lows are not the same. You see the difference between the two lows from here to here? That's a big thing. You see the difference today between the low here, overnight low. So here, this is what I think. This is going to take overnight high. It's going to go there to approach overnight high. Once it goes there, the real trading starts. This is what bulls have to show the control, right? It's not that short covering from yesterday. No, no. It's bulls have to show control to take this higher. If bulls don't appear, or if there is not enough pain created at this area overnight or yesterday high, right? This is going to flip to the back downside. That's simple enough for me. Stocks, individual stocks will play different, but let's go to the rest of the list. Gold, we know highs, very, very close to all time highs. This is printing, very good. NQ, we did it. Russell, very different. Look at this. You see? The lowering of rates from the Fed, it really helped these small companies. Not small, small caps. They're not small, right? These small caps companies. Silver, what can I say? Gold is flying. Silver flew already, right? It is overextended. Starting to look like this. Let me show you. It is starting to look like this. Kind of. Or maybe just this, right? The truth is that this is extraordinary for the metals. And we can see this here. Silver in the last 2 years, it did 171% as of the close of yesterday. If you want to try find the top and short it, find it. Tell me when is the top. I am not doing that. I am not doing that. It is 115% year to date, right? There will be some top, yes, it will be. It will be some bottom, yes. I'm not in the business of catching the top and the bottom. Like where, like tell me a short trade here that it was profitable. This double top, yeah. Just get a trend line, go for the breakout. This top here, get the trend line, go for the top. This top here, get the break line, a trend line, and just go for the top. I mean, this is not. I mean, it has to be a major catalyst somewhere, to be able to do that. VIX. So if we go to the VIX next, similar story. Look at the continuous lows in this, right? Low after low, low after low, low after low. Since the tariffs, I think this was the tariffs high. This one, the tariffs low, and then the push to double top to the tariffs, double bottom to the tariffs in the S&P. And from that, yes, volatility did not pick up 3 days in a row. Look, we only had 2 days in a row where volatility closed higher. One day here in the decision candle, it went back. Single stocks. Let's go. Let's go. And this is the key. These are the babies that form the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. You see this trade here from yesterday on Apple, and this is why it's so complicated. So we have this box. Remember, you know this. This is the 2-to-1 risk reward ratio, respecting the low. So if you have a live stop loss, you would have taken the loss here, right? If you exit at the close of the day, you are risking that this, instead of being right here at 76, it might be at 60 or 50 to 50, whatever. But now we're inside of yesterday's range, even with the down pressure overnight. Is this trade still valid? I like it. It's true, it broke the trend line. Can we re-enter again? It's up to you. I'm not giving trading advice. This is 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. This can be done in a few positive days. It is true. It's not having the strength as of now. Let's check another one. AMD, not trading this. Amazon. Let's go to the daily candles. Amazon. And remember here, these horizontal lines and on the bottom of the chart are the gaps. So blue means gap up, red means gap down. What I like to see is continuation, is like this sector here. Gap, 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 like higher into one direction. So far we have a few and so on, but look at this day. Gap down, right? This day. It gapped down and then it had 4 days in a row with negative pressure. It's not easy to catch, but as of now, this is looking good, much better. Why? Hey, these stocks are falling, and Amazon so far is not. It is above the trend line here that went to the gap and overnight. So let's do the same thing. This could be a very interesting trade. So we put the low this, right after the gap, and then duplicate. This is the one, and then duplicate again, and this is the other. So this is the 2-to-1 risk reward ratio we're talking about. This is the risk with stop loss here. This is the reward. This is 1, and this is 2. If we get here, maybe here, we'll see. We are right there inside of this middle candle. Of course, if it's not the same to enter here than to enter here than to enter here. It is not the same, of course. But I mean, if you are operating on a daily basis, if someone is thinking about this, not bad. This is a structure of Apple, of Amazon. Sorry, Broadcom. I'm not touching that. Not touching Broadcom. CME. Not touching that. Google. Let me remove the L from here. Google has been very strong. Look at this. The trend line trade higher. I'm not touching that. X. Not touching that. It's not as strong as the other one. It has a huge run up so far. Not doing it. Not doing it. No, 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 no. Meta. You see the trend line here? Let it prove itself. Microsoft. They have this little triangle open to the downside. Activate. Let's move it here. Now this is the trend line. We could wait, right? I can't wait. I mean, I can't wait. That's it. I can't wait. NVIDIA. This is not pushing. Why it's not going? Right now, they want to sell the chips to China. Trend line. It didn't. It closed below the trend line yesterday. Gap down, and so far, it was the close. It pushed higher. Interesting that push higher overnight. I have the mark here at 186. It's 181. I'm waiting. I like this candle though. Let's see how the rest of the day develops with 4 minutes. We have 4 minutes to market internals. I like this hammer here. I do like it. I'm not ready to draw the lines yet. Oracle. This is the gap, right? What is this? Not touching Broadcom. It's huge gap down here. Oracle gap down. Nothing particular. Palantir. What's that? Nice. Palantir. Not touching that. Russell, we did that. Tesla. Tesla, we are inside of our little 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. And we're waiting. It didn't reach target. It didn't reach the stop. We're waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Mm-mm-mm-mm. In the very long, very, very long term, how is it stuck? This is a major high here. First target, it didn't do it. Bears in pain because they're pushing support. Yeah, I just wrote this line because I had to drive support somewhere, so I need to put the stop. But so far, what else? Any more news here? Let me check. Inflation. Yeah, now they said muted open. Yeah, because Broadcom what? Okay. Before said collapsing. Yeah. Mhm. Din, 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 din. And we are open. Let's check this. So if you don't know, if you're not familiar with this chart, with NinjaTrader, and you can open now. Thinkorswim, NinjaTrader, Interactive Brokers. Here we have the volume cumulative delta order flow. So the indicator for Ninja is called order flow cumulative delta. On top of the price, and this is just a moving average, whole moving average. I want to see if it's above or below. Maybe I should add a VWAP here. Let me add a VWAP. Indicators. VWAP. You have here VWAP. All right. Order flow session in the week of the month standard. 1,000 ticks on bar close. Apply. I don't want the standard deviations here. Transparent. This is a way to say to remove just area color. Let me remove it. Let me add it properly. Indicators. VWAP. None. This will take a little longer to load. But well, we can get it. So let me share market internals and let's see how we are open. Open this in XPX. Let's take the tools. Interesting because now we have money coming in both New York Stock Exchange and Nasdaq. Ticks open strong, but they are closing. Remember, we only have 4 minutes. Nasdaq, S&P 500 is getting better. Advanced and decliners are above zero, but losing some pressure. And this is above positive. So this is not negative at all. If I have to say, this tend to be positive, but infotech, I don't like the big leader is negative. And financials, I don't like this one either. Financial infotech, negative. For the rest, mm, let's take the screenshot and send it to Discord and send it. Uh, oops. Here, here. This is Pro. Send it to Discord. Internals as a reference. I can't say that bears are in control. I can't. I can say that they are in control. They're not in control. Let's check key stocks, how we had opened. They're here, top equities. Apple's good. Microsoft. Oh no, Apple. Yeah, Apple. Oh no! Don't tell me I didn't save it. I didn't save it. Okay, let me change the order again. This is Nvidia. This is APL. Google. MSFT. Tesla. Meta. Broadcom. And Amazon. And now let me save this as one. Now it is safe. Delete. Now it is safe, and we have it in the order of market cap. Tesla. Yoo-hoo. Broadcom. Gap and hold. Interesting. What do we have here? Neutral, neutral, neutral. Up. Tesla. Meta. Neutral. Broadcom. Okay, so huge gap, right? Minus 7%. Remember, minus 7%. 7.5. And this says up. Okay, I know this, but it's there for a reason. And Amazon neutral. Nvidia. So let's see if this been reflected here. It is. Oh, look at these cells. So very strong selling. These are large trades, 125 contracts, 113 contracts. So these cells, I could remove this now for now. Do I like it more here or here? I won't. I don't like the red. Let me change the red to. Oh, so it's color above price and color below. Oh, that's interesting. Standard deviation band. So what about if I show one deviation? How does it look? Yeah, no need for this. 0. What I would like to do is a thicker line. And I don't see a way. Displacement. The red line is here. Data settings. Use data settings. Here. This is not it, but let me see what it does. Oh yeah, it is. Let me see. 5. With a 2. Okay. Or 3. 3 is good enough. So went to the VWAP and retrace again. This is why I say, hey, today is a complex day. Today is a complex day. Just don't destroy the capital you have earned during the week. Market internals, still fine. Let's go and see the ES versus the NQ. The NQ, yes, in 50 minutes. Just hold it. I'm holding it. YM. Can I change here the YM? No. Sweet one. Where is it? 1 million. The YM here. One million. You see how the whole day we had been the whole week has been consolidating, then press higher, didn't take it higher. Press lower, didn't take it lower. Try the double top. It confirmed the double top. It retraced. This was just a chop week. Hmm. This is selling with a strong market internals, with volume entering New York Stock Exchange and Nasdaq. Okay, so the bears will have another issue today. If they are not able to turn the volume negative, this is not going anywhere. So with these guys, I say see you in the next one. See you in the next one. I don't have much more to say. They're pressing lower, but volume is centering in New York Stock Exchange and Nasdaq positive. It's not leaving. So there could be a little potential for the downside, like yesterday. But then everyone that wanted short yesterday were taking out and pressure flip and so on. So I'll see you on Monday in the next one. Enjoy the weekend. Bye bye.